Don't ask. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Liquorella. Welcome to Random Topics. Cut the bullshit. Let's get started. So before I get to the main topic of this episode, I want to first talk about Uber. You've heard of Uber, right? Yeah? No? Maybe? Well, it's very popular in the United States. Now, for those of you who don't know what Uber is basically a taxi app, a transportation app. Now, how the app works is basically you go on your phone and you just type in where you want to go and where you're at so they can pick you up. And they bring in a random dude. But don't get me wrong, it's not a really random person. Like, it's people who are like work for the company. Imagine that though. Like a random person come pick you up like, yo, what's up? That's really dangerous though. Anybody can do this, right? Anybody can fucking do Uber. You just need to have a driver's license, an updated car to like a couple years back, not really like a 1999 car. You need to have like a decent, nice 2013. I don't know how it really works, but a nice, decent car to present yourself to your customers so that you don't scare them off. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna go pick them up in like a white van because Lord knows what that stands for. Before I used Uber, I was very skeptical about the whole idea about, oh, a random person picking you up and that's it. But I was just a little bit nervous. I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? How does this work? How would I pay this guy? You just pay them electronically. You just pay them with your debit card, credit card, whatever. And you just go. You don't give them anything. You don't give them cash. They just pick you up, they drop you off, and that's it. You never see them again. My first Uber ride was amazing. I had this nice lady. She had like a nice car. I went in. She had a Prius. You see a bunch of Priuses in Uber, and don't be surprised if you see a Prius and they come pick you up. But my first Uber drive was amazing because she was a nice lady. She's like, "Oh, welcome." And when I stepped into her car, she was smelled like pine trees, and it was great. It was great. She offered me free water too. She's like, "You want some free water?" I was like, "Oh." 5 stars. You get to rate them, by the way. You rate the driver 1 out of 5 stars. So when she offered me, and the water was nice cold, right? So she's like, "Oh, you want some cold water?" And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much," because it was a really hot day, and she gave me cold water. 5 stars. And then after that, I was just hooked on the whole idea of Uber. I use it now in my daily life, and it's just great. Although I do have a couple interesting stories through my experience with Uber. So in Uber, you have 2 drivers. A good driver and a bad driver. A good driver follows the rules of the road, follows the speed limit, doesn't cut anyone off. They're basically not a crazy driver. You feel safe. You feel safe with this person. You trust them. And a bad driver it's just a reckless driver, okay? I had a dude pick me up one time and everything was great the first couple of minutes, and then we reached the street and we started driving more, and he was just going 50 miles per hour and like a 30 mile per hour like speed limit. I think it was 25. Fuck that guy. It was like 25 mile per hour like speed limit zone, and he was driving 50 and we were just going left and right, cutting people off, and he was going super fast, and I started losing balance because I was just rocking with the car. You know what? I do have another good memory with Uber. This one time, this Uber driver gave me a slice of his box of pizza, and I was like, Sir, you know what? Because of you, I will forever be an Uber passenger. God bless you, sir. God bless you." It was one of those moments where you want a slow clap to happen, like you want a crowd behind you. You just go like, and you get more people just behind you, like, yeah. That's what I wanted to do for this guy, but I didn't have the crowd. It was just me. I can already hear you guys though going like, "Oh my god, what if he was gonna kidnap you? What if he's gonna kill you?" Listen. No one is that messed up and cruel to poison a delicious pizza, alright? This was a delicious pepperoni pizza. I was not gonna let it go to waste. I was not gonna decline this offer. I was like, "Sir, God bless you. I trust you. This is a delicious pizza. Thank you so much." No one is that messed up to poison me with the delicious pizza. That the day I get poisoned with a pizza is the day I don't know the meaning of life anymore. One more quick story before we move on. I basically want to talk about this one time. My friend, we'll call him Rick, right? My friend Rick was like, "Hey dude, it's Friday night. Let's go to a party. I know a lot of parties happening right now." I'm like, "All right, where's the party?" And he tells me the destination. He tells me the location of the place, and I'm like, that's pretty far away from where we are." And he's like, No, we'll take an Uber." And he doesn't have cash on him. Guess who has the cash? I have the cash. And he says, "Let's take an Uber." But who's paying for the Uber? You see what I'm still doing? This man right here is still gonna pay for the Uber. And he's like, "Let's go take an Uber." Yeah, let's take an Uber. I told him, "Bitch, who's paying for it though?" Now we move on to our main topic of this episode, the gym. Yes, the gym. No one's favorite place to go to. Ah, yes, the gym. The gimnasio. That's a little Spanish for you there. If you don't know what that means, it means gym. I mean, ah, yes, the gym. Home of the heavyweights. Home of the fit people with the buff dudes and the thick chicks. Home of the naked dudes I see in the changing rooms. What the fuck? Listen, I get it. It's changing room. It's in the name, changing room. You go in, you change your clothes, and put on a new set of clothes, right? I get it. I get it. But I don't. Don't go overboard, all right? This dude, I come into the room. I'm going to change him into my gym clothes. I go in the room, and I see this dude, and when he takes off his underwear, boom, he whips his dick out. I'm like, oh, okay, nope, I'm gone. I left. I was like, nope, you need your privacy. Obviously, I'm just going to come back later in a couple minutes when you're done, and I'll come back in. This guy wasn't, like, young. It was like a 60-year-old, like, middle-aged dude was, like, bald hair, and it was like, hey, and I was like, no, I'll see you later. I'll come back. And the changing room in my gym is a locker room too, okay? So it's both. So I have to put in my stuff where he's like changing. And so I left. I was like, I'll come back later. So I haven't been in the gym in a while. It's been 3 weeks since I've gone the last time, and I've started again going to the gym a couple days ago, and I'm very sore. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm very out of shape and I'm very sore. It's not a tickling feeling. It's not fun, but it's for the best, you know. Being sore is a good and bad feeling, okay? It's a good feeling because you feel accomplished. You feel like you've done something great with your body, and your body's just getting stronger. But it's also a bad feeling because it can get in the way of your daily life. Being really sore in my daily life, it's not a fun experience. It's beneficial, but it's not a fun experience. It just gets in the way of what I want to do, and it just sucks. Now, you meet a lot of interesting people at the gym. You see a lot of Arnold Schwarzeneggers at the gym, like, fucking, I'm the strongest, and then you see another guy like, no, I'm the strongest, and I'm just like, I can run, I can do a jog. You guys want to run, you know? And these guys, these He-Man guys, are just like benching three 45 plates in each side, so they're just like, and they're doing like nothing, and I'm just like, oh shit, dude. And not only guys too that go ham on the workouts. You see a lot of chicks like fucking work out hard too. They're like screaming like, ah! Ah! They're like squatting squatting weights, and they're just like, ah, one, and I'm like, ah, chill. But I get it. You're trying to get stronger. You're trying to get your personal best. You need that battle cry. You need that, you know, fucking Spartan He-Man cry. God, that took a long time to think of, right? Don't you feel badass when you're about to lift a heavy weight? You know what I'm saying? I feel badass when I'm about to lift like the first time I lifted my first 45 plates on each like bar when I was about to bench press. I felt really badass because I was a very skinny kid back then, and then going from skinny to like kind of muscular, and then lifting 45 pounds on each, like, it was a big accomplishment and achievement to me, you know. And when I first did it, I was like, all right, we're gonna do this. And I felt like the strongest man in the world, because I was like, all right, let's go, let's do it. I see everyone at the gym like lifting 45 plates, and I was gonna live the dream if I lifted at least one. Just push it one time. Yeah. So I go on the bench, and I'm laying down on the bench, and here's the bar, and here are the 45 plates on the bar, and I'm like, all right, let's go. So I grab the bar, I push it up. Woo! Oh my God, it was really heavy now. I'm just like, all right, I'm about to give up, but I'm like, no, I'm doing it. One! I just laid on the I laid on the stand. I'm like, whoo! One. Listen, okay? One is all I needed to just be my personal best, alright? My personal best was like 35, and now I got it to 45, so felt really proud that day, and I went home like a champ, because I was like, I did it. Even though it's one. Still a work in progress. I probably will do more in the future, but doing one felt pretty good. This next topic I'm very excited to talk about because I'm gonna geek out again. I'm just gonna geek out. It's about Star Wars again. Now listen. This is very special because I don't know if you guys heard, but this winter You know the famous Cantina space bar in Star Wars, right? The little type of bar. Yeah. That's opening up in Hollywood this winter. Lord answered my prayers. Oh, yes, listen, okay. The famous Cantina bar, the Mos Eisley Cantina, is a very famous bar in the Star Wars films, and it's going to pop up in Hollywood this winter. I'm very excited. Everything you see in the movie is going to be in Hollywood, in that bar. And the only problem is, though, it's only temporary, and you have to reserve a spot to be in there for 2 hours. Now, you do get benefits for the reservations. You get 2 free drinks of your choice. You get a pint souvenir glass from the place. And you get other surprises. I'm telling you, it's going to be a great time. And if you're a huge Star Wars fan, I recommend going. You wouldn't want to miss it. I wouldn't want to miss it for the world. I'm definitely going. Reserve a seat, reserve a place. Or if you don't even want to reserve, they have a thing for walk-ins too. But it's very late, I'm telling you. 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. I don't know if you're down to go at night to the place, but I'm pretty much down to go at night if necessary. So I'm very excited about that, and I recommend you guys going. It's gonna be only temporary, so probably once in a lifetime thing. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. This place does have a name. It's called the Scum and Villainy Cantina, and it's a pretty cool name for the place, I gotta say. They do, however, recommend you guys, if you guys show up with costume, they want you to dress up like the films so that it gives more of the effect of the bar like the films. It's not like mandatory. You can also just come in like whatever clothes you want, but they recommend you, if you are going, to give more of the effect of the films. If you are a big Star Wars fan, I recommend going. This is going to be a great experience, and yeah. But we reached the end of today's episode of Random Topics, guys. Thank you for joining me. My name is Liquorella. Thanks for watching. Guess what I just picked up at the store? These exist. These exist. Oh my god. Bless.